In football, the jersey number 9 is often associated with elite strikers or centre forwards. Legends like Ronaldo Nazario de Lima, Marco van Basten, Alfredo Di Stefano, Robert Lewandowski, Luis Suarez, Gabriel Batistuta, Alan Shearer elevated its prestige, making it synonymous with prolific goal scoring. Shifting gears from these global icons who've made the number 9 legendary, let's zoom in on Chelsea, where the number has earned a notorious reputation as a cursed number since the early 2000s. Fans and managers like Thomas Tuchel have playfully acknowledged this stigma, with some players even scared to wear this shirt due to its perceived bad luck. The narrative kicked off under Roman Abramovich ownership, when big money strikers arrived with hype but left as flops, scoring sparingly despite massive feats. It's not supernatural obviously, but this recurring trend of underachievement has woven a compelling narrative around Chelsea's number 9 shirts. Since the Premier League began in 1992, Chelsea's number 9 shirt has been worn by over 15 players, from iconic world-class talents who created unforgettable moments to expensive flops and big names who arrived out of form or past their peak. The shirt has seen it all. The first to don the number 9 shirt for Chelsea in the Premier League era was Tony Cascarino, a journeyman who swapped Celtic for the Blues in '92. Prior to his arrival, his professional career spanned English lower divisions, the top tier of English football and Scottish football. While prolific scorer in the lower English leagues, his output dipped at higher levels due to injuries and adaptation challenges. Over the course of 2 seasons at Chelsea, he managed a modest tally of 8 goals in 40 league appearances before departing for Olympique Marseille. The number 9 shirt saw greater success with the next 2 players to wear it. From 1994 to 1996, South African-born English striker Mark Stein delivered a commendable 25 goals in 63 appearances. He was succeeded by Gianluca Vialli, who etched his name into Chelsea's history as a legend from 1996 to 1999. Wearing the number 9, Vialli led the club to victories in the FA Cup, the League Cup, the UEFA Cup, and the UEFA Winners' Cup, before taking the managerial role in 1998. Following Blackburn Rovers' relegation from the Premier League in the 1998-99 season, Chelsea secured the services of goal-gobbling hero Chris Sutton. Snapped up by Rovers from Norwich in 1994 for a then record of £5 million, Sutton became the most expensive player in English football at the time. Paired with Alan Shearer, they formed a lethal partnership combining 49 goals in the 1994-95 season to power Rovers to their first top-flight title since 1914. The eventual departure of Alan Shearer to Newcastle in 1996 spelled the end of their prolific partnership, which had been the key to Blackburn's success. Sutton bounced back, scoring 18 goals to share the Premier League Golden Boot in the 1997-98 season before Rovers suffered a relegation in the 1998-99 season amid a broader club decline. Despite this, Chris Sutton commanded a high fee when he joined Chelsea in July 1999, £10 million, making him the most expensive player in Chelsea's history at the time and one of the priciest in English football. Taking up the number 9 shirt, his stint at Stamford Bridge was a major disappointment. In 39 appearances, Sutton scored a mere 3 goals. Missed chances, heavy touches, failure to shine in big games fueled discontent among fans who openly booed him. The record signing left after just 1 season. However, he revived his career spectacularly at Celtic, winning trebles and becoming a legend at the club. The next to don the number 9 shirt was the amazing Dutch striker Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. Acquired for a club record of £15 million from Atletico Madrid in 2000, Hasselbank made an immediate impact, scoring on his debut and amassing 26 goals in his first season with the club. It was followed by 29 in the 2001-2002 campaign. Though his goal tally dipped slightly in his final 2 seasons at the Stamford Bridge, he remained a cornerstone for Chelsea's pre-Abramovich era. Departing from Middlesbrough in 2004, Hasselbank left a legacy of 87 goals in 177 appearances from 2000 to 2004, establishing himself as the most successful wearer of Chelsea's number 9 jersey in the Premier League era. The notion of the number 9 cast emerged under Roman Abramovich's ownership, beginning with Serbian striker Mateja Kecman, signed from PSV Eindhoven in 2004. Kecman joined PSV Eindhoven from Partizan Belgrade in July 2000, where over 4 seasons he emerged one of Eredivisie's most lethal forwards. Nicknamed Batman, he formed a devastating partnership with future Chelsea star Arjen Robben. The duo famously dubbed Batman and Robin. Kejman's prowess at PSV stemmed from the versatile skills he had as a striker: electrifying pace, two-footed finishing, aerial dominance, and ability to score from any position. Tap-ins, headers, long-range effort. He was just amazing. With an astonishing 105 goals in 122 Eredivisie matches, he was ranked among PSV's all-time greats, trailing only behind Brazil duo Romario and Ronaldo. Joining Chelsea in 2004, Matej Kejman inherited the number 9 shirt vacated by Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. With his prolific goal-scoring record at PSV Eindhoven, expectations were immense. However, Kejman's time at the bridge lasted just one season, scoring just few goals, 7 in 40 appearances. Prolonged goal droughts like failing to score in the Premier League until December 2004 and frequent disciplinary issues led Chelsea to cash him in. This established him as the first true embodiment of the cursed number 9 in the Roman Abramovich era. By the season's end, he was sold to Atletico Madrid. When Hernan Crespo returned to Chelsea in the 2005-2006 season following a loan at AC Milan, he assumed the number 9 jersey. Competing in the formidable squad under Jose Mourinho, Crespo often shared striking duties with Didier Drogba. Across 30 appearances in all competitions, he delivered a respectable 13 goals and 2 assists. This output, though not prolific, was deemed sufficient by fans and analysts to evade the growing narrative of the number 9 curse. Following Hernan Crespo, the number 9 shirt was assigned to one of the most peculiar and overlooked wearers, Dutch central defender Khalid Boulahrouz. Signed from Hamburg in the summer of 2006, Boulahrouz took the number 9, traditionally reserved for a centre forward due to limited available first shirt numbers after Crespo's departure. Struggling to displace John Terry and Ricardo Carvalho, the established centre pairing, the Dutchman was relegated to a marginal role, often deployed as a fullback. 5 years later, the number 9 jersey's case peaked with Spanish striker Fernando Torres after the less distinguished periods of Steve Sidwell and Franco Di Santo. Fernando Torres was a 2008 Ballon d'Or finalist and one of the world's prolific strikers at the time. Torres had scored an astonishing 81 goals in 142 appearances over 3.5 seasons at Liverpool. In January 2011, Chelsea jumped at a chance to sign Torres, triggering his £50 million release clause, a then club record. But once a clinical finisher, his decline was stuck, becoming a figure of mockery for his glaring misses. It took 903 minutes across 14 matches to score Chelsea's first goal. Yet 2 important goals out of his few forever remain indelible in the mind of Chelsea fans. The match winner against Benfica in the 2013 Europa League final and the crucial strike in the UEFA Champions League semi-final against Barcelona. These goals meant he still forged his way into Chelsea's storied strikers. Nevertheless, his 20 goals in 110 Premier League games over 3 seasons remained a shocking underperformance for a record signing. The curse narrative solidified with Torres, and after his departure to AC Milan in 2015, the number 9 became a symbol of failure for high-profile strikers. Notable stars like Didier Drogba, Nicolas Anelka, and even Torres' replacement Diego Costa, who wore other numbers, consistently outperformed their number 9 counterparts, reinforcing the notion that avoiding this jersey might spare players its appearance curse. After Fernando Torres, the number 9 jersey went the 2014-15 season before finding a new era in Colombian international Radamel Falcao, signed on loan in July 2015 to bolster the attack behind Diego Costa and Loic Remy. Radamel Falcao at his prime was a top striker, with Chelsea even experiencing his lethal edge 4 years prior in the 2014 UEFA Super Cup before he signed with them. However, his career trajectory had begun to wane. A torn anterior cruciate ligament at Monaco in 2014 sidelined him for 6 months, and this kind of injury often snaps strikers of their explosiveness. Ill-suited for the Premier League relentless intensity, Falcao struggled to rediscover his form after a lackluster loan at Manchester United. At Stamford Bridge, the 29-year-old Colombian managed to score just 1 goal in 10 appearances, leading to his return to Monaco in the summer of 2016. Chelsea again left the number 9 vacant for the 2016-17 season before Spanish striker Alvaro Morata, signed from Real Madrid in 2017 for £17 million, became the new era. Morata was envisioned as a long-term striking solution. Sadly, it also didn't work well. In fact, unlike previous number 9 flops like Fernando Torres, Radamel Falcao, whose struggles were partly due to injuries, Morata's downfall was due to inconsistent finishing. He gained notoriety for squandering chances, with some even observing that his teammates at times hesitated to involve him during play because they lost belief in him. He missed 14 big chances in his first season, which was the second in the league. Shockingly, the following season, Morata decided to switch from 9 to 29, and while many believed it was because of the curse narrative. He came out with a different explanation far from what many thought. He cited it was a tribute to his newborn twins, Alessandro and Leonardo, who were born on July 29th. And so the club even offered free exchanges for fans who had purchased number 9 jerseys with his name. After scoring 24 goals in 72 appearances across all competitions, a respectable but underwhelming return, Alvaro Morata departed on loan to Atletico Madrid in January 2019, spending just 18 months at Chelsea. To fill the gap, Chelsea brought in Argentine striker Gonzalo Higuain on loan. At 31, Higuain was past his prime, having played at Napoli from 2013 to 2016 and Juventus from 2016 to 2018. He was likely a signing requested by then Chelsea manager Mauricio Sarri, who had coached him at Napoli. Gonzalo Higuain concluded his brief stint with 5 goals in 14 matches. With a transfer ban preventing Chelsea from signing a high-profile striker in the 2019-2020 season, academy graduate Tammy Abraham was entrusted with the number 9 shirt and a formidable task of leading Frank Lampard's attack. His breakout campaign yielded an impressive 15 goals in 34 Premier League matches, with 24 starts, a remarkable return for a 22-year-old homegrown talent. However, under Thomas Tuchel in the 2020-2021 season, Abraham's role diminished as he scored just 6 goals in 22 league appearances with 12 starts. His subsequent departure to AS Roma in 2021 paved way for Romelu Lukaku's £97.5 million, a club record when the former Chelsea striker returned to the club for a second spell. Taking the number 9 jersey, Lukaku began strongly but soon saw his goal scoring falter. A controversial 2021 interview in which he expressed discontent with his role and desire to return to Inter Milan alienated fans and fractured the team's harmony. It caused an irreparable rift which culminated to his loan and return to Inter in 2022. With other forwards like Timo Werner and Kai Havertz also struggling to deliver consistent goals, Chelsea sought an experienced striker to bolster their attack. Then manager Thomas Tuchel strongly advocated for the signing of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, an elite goal scorer he had previously coached at Borussia Dortmund. At 33, Aubameyang was viewed as a low-risk, high-rewarding addition to provide immediate impact during Chelsea's squad rebuild under new owner Todd Boehly. However, Thomas Tuchel's dismissal weeks after Aubameyang's arrival dashed hopes of a successful time. The Gabonese striker managed just 1 goal in 15 Premier League appearances and was released in July 2023 to Marseille. Nearly 2 seasons later, in June 2025, the number 9 was assigned to a promising physical and pacey young striker Liam Delap, son of former footballer Rory Delap. Joining for a reported £30 million from Ipswich Town, he took up the number 9 jersey. His early days show promise, but are too soon to judge. The number 9 has become synonymous with mystery and misfortune at Stamford Bridge. Many speculate whether it is truly cursed and whether the club will ever again boast of a lethal finisher, maybe in the mold of Luis Suarez, Robert Lewandowski or Benzema, to wear the 9 jersey and shatter the myth once and for all.